Well, aloha. What is up? I am Vaughn, working on that 1982 Vanagon, and I got a nice little toy to add to the motor that I rebuilt. And this is a 1.5 quart oil sump, an aluminum oil sump that's gonna add about 1.5 more quarts of oil to the engine. And it is air cooled, so you are talking about better cooling, and that's what we want for these air cooled motors. I added a air intake to the side of the VW. I built a scoop out of some aluminum that I had, and you know, these air cooled motors, they are all about cooling. They're notorious for overheating, and I built this little screen. If this looks familiar to you and you have a Westphalia camper van, this is actually the vent screen for the refrigerator that is in the VW. I took the refrigerator out and used that space for storage, and I wanted to reuse this piece. So I ended up polishing it out, repainting it, and then I built this aluminum scoop, cut a hole out here, finished it so it hopefully don't rust. And at speed, this will help bring in air not only for the motor, but right behind here is my hoses for my external oil cooler. So there is a relatively good sized oil cooler in there, as well as an 8 or 7 inch electric fan that will help suck in some air and get rid of some heat. So sucking in air when it's sitting still, and of course getting force-fed air induction when we are driving. Also, to help with the cooling, I built air intake vents, or scoops, for the factory vents, all made out of aluminum too. Kind of hard to tell, but I polished the face of it so it's nice and shiny. It looks like chrome. And then of course painted it to almost match the same color as the V-dub. So there is an external oil cooler that is in the engine bay to help cool the engine. I've got a larger oil pump that's in the engine. And then again, I'm going to add this 1.5 quart aluminum oil sump to help cool the oil that's already in there, as well as add a whole nother 1.5 quart of oil to it. And the more oil you've got that you can accommodate in that motor, the better you're going to lubricate it as well as cool it. And again, all about cooling when it comes to these air-cooled motors. This one I got, took me almost 7 months to get it. Pretty hard piece to find. It is extra shiny because out of the box it just comes kind of like this dull aluminum color. So I just polished the ends, or the 4 corners of this thing, so it looks pretty cool. And of course you're going to see this underneath the motor, so I figured I'd make it look shiny and pretty, and it'll match the valve covers that I have on the engine as well. I tried to make anything that was aluminum look nice and polished. And yes, if you're wondering what's under those valve covers, it is the air-cooled vents for the exhaust. I took the heat exchangers off because I don't think you need them. And it looks a lot cooler. I polished the fins on the exhaust system and have air flowing over everything to help, again, keep it all cool. But I'm going to put this kit to... This is basically what it comes in. You'll see blue tape over my oil sump because I sanded it all down, polished it, and then I clear coated it with high heat engine clear coat. This is the kit that comes with it. All the brackets and screws. It doesn't look like there's much to it. Should be pretty simple. The worst part about this whole kit is this. This is the instructions that come with this kit. All handwritten, and apparently the writing is very crappy. Very poor handwriting with whoever wrote it and drew it. It is kind of hard to understand, so I'm going to figure it out, decipher this ancient Egyptian writing that's on here, or whatever it is, and I will show you what it looks like and go through the process, hopefully, of installing this oil cooler. So you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy yet another ride on adding toys and goodies to your VW Vanagon, whether it's a regular Vanagon, a Westphalia, a quart, or whatever other Vanagon you got, as long as it has an air-cooled motor. And I don't know if it might fit on a liquid-cooled one just to give you more oil capacity. I have no idea. But mine is an 82 air-cooled. There's no radiators. There's no liquids other than the oil that's in there. So we'll see how this works. If anything, we know, at the very least, it's going to look very cool and just adds to the coolness of the motor and the VW itself. So you guys, again, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Aloha.